Are you worried about your future on YouTube in 2026? These 3 storytelling trends about to explode in 2026 could either make you irrelevant or put you ahead of 99% of creators, because the creator economy is about to be very, very different in 2026. Hi, I'm Daryn, and I'm a Writers Guild Award-winning creator and producer who started on YouTube 15 years ago. I built a 6-figure content business, and now I work with creators and entrepreneurs to build brands that people want to binge. And I was right in my prediction that YouTube was going to shift towards episodic TV storytelling in 2025. So will I be right in my predictions for 2026? If 2025 was the year creators tried to outsmart the algorithm, 2026 will be the year the audience becomes the algorithm. Here is what the data shows. Did you know that over half of all YouTube watch time now happens on TV screens? That is not just a shift, that is a storytelling revolution on this platform. The creators who think in seasons, not single episodes, not single videos, are probably going to win in 2026. And YouTube's been quietly building towards this. They rolled out beta series pages on the TV app, basically turning channels into a Netflix-like experience, and the data supports this. In fact, my own analytics back it up. 25 to 35% of my channel views now come from TVs, and those videos tend to perform the best. According to Google, channels earning 6 figures or more from TV are up 45% year over year, so it benefits the creators too. We're entering a lean back era of YouTube. Longer watch sessions, episodic storytelling, and more emotional connection. It's the difference between chasing a viral video and building a bingeable story world. It's the difference between ranking for keywords and being recommended because people trust you. That is why I've been saying stop thinking like an influencer and start thinking like a showrunner. Because influencers tend to focus on ranking individual videos, whereas showrunners build experiences. But more on that in the next trend. YouTube is not just about TV now. That's not what this shift is about. YouTube is now about content that works for every device, including TV. But before you panic, no, this does not mean you need TV level production. That's where the big media brands are going to play. Brands like Mattel and Red Bull and Coca-Cola and Shopify and Airbnb, they all have studios. What you have is character. Character is your advantage. Think of it like Law and Order. People start watching for the case, but they stay for Olivia Benson. So in 2026, I believe that to build a lasting personal brand, you should think like a media brand, but with leading character energy. And no, this does not mean turning your life into a reality show. This is not the old TV. You are the new TV. It's about revisiting a central conflict, exploring that central conflict repeatedly through your curiosity and your lived experiences, and letting viewers see that story evolve over time. And that is the foundation to building your brand story universe. According to Adobe's 2025 Future of Creativity study, 81% of audiences say they're skeptical of AI-generated content, unless creators disclose how it's used. So viewers aren't anti-AI, they're anti-fakery. And YouTube agrees. YouTube's own 2025 algorithm update started prioritizing human voices over synthetic content, which means the more human you are, the more discoverable you'll be. We are also in an era of post-hyperreality fatigue, a term I did not make up. Hyperreality fatigue is the sense of weariness, anxiety, or disillusionment that comes from this constant state of living in a world where simulated experiences are perceived as more real than reality itself. Kind of creepy. You might remember a few months back, this AI movie star was trying to get an agent, which is something I would write in a satire. Anyway, it backfired because I feel like it is one thing to use AI to create an animated character for an animated film and another thing to create a fully simulated actress, when an actress's job is to have human emotion. There has also been a huge rejection of AI slop. AI slop is kind of a broad term, but generally it means low quality, AI generated content that has no depth. It's kind of the lowest common denominator kind of content because it has been mass produced by AI tools with pretty much no human oversight just to get clicks. I'm also going to throw the fake celebrity stuff in there too, because that is completely out of control too. And here is the opportunity for you and for me. This fatigue is fueling a massive appetite for unfiltered human storytelling. Content that feels lived, imperfect, and human. You are your greatest brand asset. And if you want to build a brand, you are going to have a good character leading it. Somebody people trust with a strong personal voice, who feels human, with experiences that were actually lived and knowledge that came from actual failure and resilience. Imperfections and narrative are the algorithm advantage now. Now, this trend is going to twist your brain around. According to Deloitte's 2025 Media Outlook, we're entering the feelings economy, where emotion is going to be the new metric of influence. How crazy is that? How on earth can you track feelings? Well, platforms like Spotify and Netflix are already using emotion-based tagging in their recommendation systems, and YouTube is rumored to be testing similar sentiment tracking tools right now. So how can you start tracking emotional data on your channel? Now, you can be super nerdy or envision some world where we all have biometric trackers, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to keep it real simple. Here are the 3 emotional beats to watch that tell you whether your content is resonating. First up, the hook. It's the first 30 seconds, and you will know whether you've created emotional investment from the start. And that's measurable through your initial retention rate. That first 30-second analytic that YouTube shows you very prominently in your engagement metrics, that is what matters. 2, the emotional validation moment. Do viewers feel seen or understood when they watch your content? You will know this from 2 things. Is the average retention between 40 to 50% or above? If it's not, don't quit, but keep striving for it. Look for the peak emotional connection points. It's worth figuring out what happened then. Why were your viewers so locked in at that point? Is there an insight that you can take into your next video? And that's measurable through peaks in your retention and also comment sentiment patterns. And 3, the binge factor. Are you driving binge watching behavior? That is measurable through your end screen click-through rate and your playlist views. Now, YouTube really wants you to keep viewers binging, so I anticipate this metric is going to become more and more important in 2026. The more emotionally intelligent your storytelling is, the more you understand what your audience feels, and the more future-proofed your brand is going to be. And that is why I say we are in the storytelling era, and I think that is super cool. So which trend are you implementing first? Comment below with your #1 priority. And if you want my all-in-one storytelling toolkit so you can level up your storytelling for this new era, you can grab it in my description. Plus, you'll find other ways that we can work together. Until next time, keep creating and definitely keep thinking like a showrunner.